The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. From his own end zone, here we go. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and just 2 to go. To the air with Love. Cut by Jacobs. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
So not only going for it here on 4th, Brock, look at this. They're lining up in the monster formation. Love it. Quick throw finds him out right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body drills. Body drills. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They stick with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Love on 3rd and short. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And they bring him down around the 34.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Running back sent in motion. Completed to Sutton. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. Throw left side, complete. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's Love to throw. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. Wow, wide open here. Complete. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at third and very long. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And Cooper takes it away. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Fortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, third and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
This is Jacobs running left. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Takes off right out of the read option. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Here's Love. That finds Jacobs complete. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Aubrey puts it through. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Young on 1st and 10. Gets this to Sanders. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Man in motion here. Young on the play action. He's got it near the 8. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Love. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing, Love. The screen pass falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Love from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 13. And he gets them out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Absolutely crushed that kick. A full 70-yard punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kip, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
To the air on 1st down. Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they get this down to the 28. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers looking at 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line.
2nd and 14 at the 32-yard line.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Buys time, rolling right. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, that play call, it was certainly about playing it safe and just running it from the goal-to-go situation. But I'm not sure it's possible with how well this defense is holding up.
Running backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. They've got a man in motion. Now Young. The throw is caught. He has the Carolina touchdown. extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Well, Brock Martin, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Panthers 14, Packers 10.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Young to throw. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That play good for 17 and a first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Looking to throw, Young. He's going to push one deep down the right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Here's Young. Has it downfield working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure Coach play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Trying to find his tight end. And it sets up second down. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down. Young throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 18-yard line.
Now it's Young. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like...
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 4th down.
He'll throw it. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Love out of the shotgun. He lofts it deep left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. He's got room to roam here. And the Panthers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers push their lead to 18. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 24. That finds Jacobs, complete. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. Throwing his love on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. The Packers send out their punting unit. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. No return on that punt, and they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Young looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. New set of downs for him at the 38. Young on 1st and 10. Near the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it down close. He has the Carolina touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Returns looking good so far. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the pistol, here's Love. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love to throw again. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. Love from the gun. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be second down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
A second down throw here for Love. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, third down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Shotgun now for Love. He's got it to his running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Thrown on first down, Love. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As they run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Packers hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Love now to throw. Completes this one to Kraft. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it up. The 40. At the 20. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers continue piling onto this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love back to it after the pick. And a man is there to knock that away.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Second and 10 now. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here's a quick throw to the left. Somehow they find 12 yards on 4th and 10, and that's enough to convert and brings up 1st down. Love out of the shotgun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Love looking to pass. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Panthers pick this one up.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
And they send a man in motion. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has it downfield working the left. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And it's not quite a